Greetings from Tromaville. This is Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma and creator of the Toxic Avenger. You know, folks, when we're not making those great movies like Romeo and Juliet and Return to Nukem High, we like to listen to the Horror Drunks podcast, because Horror Drunks podcast is the best podcast about it. Poetry, interpretive dancing, and Walt Whitman.
You're listening to the Horror Drunks You're listening to the Horror Drunks podcast. This is John Russo, screenwriter of Night of the Living Dead and many other movies and books, and this is just a great station that you should listen to. So tune in, and if you don't, I'll come and I'll kill you.
Hey man, thrill me. You better watch shit. Watch. Hey, better tune in to Horror Drunks podcast, or I'm coming after your asses, wherever you are. Hey, this is Tom Atkins. Thrill me. You better tune in to the Horror Drunks podcast. It's Miller time, baby.
This is Sid Haig, and I want you to listen to the Horror Drunks podcast. I'll come over there and put my boot all up in your ass.
This is Julian Sands, and I want you to listen to the Horror Drunks podcast.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
You think that when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us.
You're crazy.
No, I'm dead. Plain and simple.
Long life the near flesh.
Got good news and bad news, girls. The good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
Your father raised my son!
Why do you eat people?
Not people. Brains.
Why?
Pain.
What do we do?
Why don't we just wait here for a little while? See what happens.
This is the horror. Fucking, I'm just keeping it in. Fuck you, Scott. Don't fucking egg him on. It's the Horror Drunks podcast. In this episode, we're doing Troma, and we are also starting our top 100. And Randy hates this so much.
Yeah, it's driving me completely bonkers.
Gave him 2 weeks, and he still doesn't have it.
Hey, I had my top 100 whittled down before either one of you two.
Yeah, but it's easy for you because you just look at your DVDs and you're like, oh, okay, they're all alphabetically ordered too.
Yeah.
I had to remember, and
it's easy for you because you dedicated your entire life to having this collection of stuff and maintained it. And...
No, that's what I'm saying. It's easier for you to do it, and you still couldn't do it.
Yeah, no, it's not easy. It's driving me bonkers,
and it's great. I love it.
So, what we're gonna do this episode, me and Scott are gonna do our 100 through 90. This 11 movies, and Randy's gonna catch up next week.
Yeah, I'll really put my nose to the grindstone and.
We doubt it.
This episode, I'm sure
you have your 100 fleshed out, but not in order.
Yeah, it's I'll knock it out this week. It shouldn't take too long.
All right, so
this episode, I'm sure Randy will probably just judge us on our movies.
He's gonna laugh or whatever. Just make.
I'll put in my
comments.
2 cents. Definitely.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
In this episode, there's gonna be a couple shocking movies in my list probably, and you're gonna give me shit for it.
Yeah. Thanks, Gilly,
for being that low.
No, like Phantasm at 99.
I will break this bottle.
I'm just kidding. Head. I'm fucking kidding. Yeah, so we're gonna do 10 in episode 11 this time, but when we get down to 25ish, we're gonna probably do a full episode just to finish it off because I don't want to spend 10 episodes of our top 10. It'll just take too damn long.
Right.
To get back to what we're talking about, we're doing Troma, and we were talking about a filmography of Lloyd Kaufman, but Randy's like, he's only done like 11 or 12, right? I was like, no, he's done at least 20. Then I looked, he's directed 51 things.
Well, yeah, but most of them are fucking like...
Well, there's like Too Hot for TV Troma.
Well, and then like before he did Toxie, he did a bunch of like smut films, so...
Yeah, but after Toxie, he started directing films.
He still only has like a dozen real movies.
No, bullshit. He's got at least 30 real movies.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. If you don't, if you want to... Go through IMDb.
I really thought I looked this up the other day, and that like
but we even went through like some Stuart Gordon TV stuff, and I didn't want to do that.
Well, that's why we also decided Troma and not a Lloyd Kaufman episode.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we're doing this, and we're not going to stick with that theme of filmography by a director, but we will do director features once in a while. It's really cool to do that format because you have all the movies right there. And one week I watched 11 movies by Romero. The next week I watched like 9 Stuart Gordon movies.
Right,
it's really easy to do.
Well, it's easy for you. I'll say working 2 jobs makes it very difficult for me, but
you gotta quit.
Quit one of your goddamn
quit
stupid
both
jobs.
of your
I
jobs.
can't. I need
You're
the money.
married. Quit both of your jobs. What are you doing?
I need the fucking money to pay the bills.
I thought that's why dudes got married.
I'm old school, man. I gotta work more with my wife if I can.
I watched Mr. Mom. You don't have any kids, do you?
No.
No. All part of why I'm always so puzzled.
Yeah, none of us have kids. We should be able to watch movies. That's my point.
Plus, I have to watch other movies for the websites and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're watching like shitty DVD screeners.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't like any of them.
Well, the one I just watched for the Raw, that
Oh, okay. Film. All right. Well, yeah, but they didn't send you a screener though.
No, they asked me if I wanted to cover it though.
We didn't do an episode last week. I had some shit going on, but I almost died. If you guys want to hear about this.
Yeah, sure. So what the hell is that all about?
So I overdosed on dabs. And
What?
No, I'm not. Like, this is a real thing, I guess. Like, there's butane in the wax, I guess. And I took a hit, like, so big, and, like, I couldn't stop coughing for, like, 45 minutes.
Oh, Hatfield said you just had a panic attack.
No, what it was I was coughing, and I thought, like, as I started getting high, I was like, dude, I think I punctured a lung because I couldn't breathe in.
Right.
For, like, 45 minutes. And then it snowballed down from there. And then I was traveling through my brain, and I was just thinking about, like, everyone's, like, staring at me and like, oh, well, Ken just, like, went insane just now. And I'm like, I think I'm going insane. Like,
no, you had a panic attack because you did too big of a dab. You cannot, you can't overdose on dabs.
I don't know, dude. It felt like all
you might not know, but I do.
It felt like my brain cells were gone. And
you just did too big of a dab.
Have you ever done it?
No, but I've seen a lot of people have panic attacks from doing too big of a dab.
Yeah, because that's pretty much one of the, like, that's what built up my high anxiety issue that I have now.
I don't have an anxiety issue normally, and I mean, when I was a kid, and I quit smoking weed because of that, but I'm fine now. But that ruined me. I couldn't move, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna stroke out, guys. Like, I'm not gonna make it because it's been like an hour. I'm not, like 2 hours almost. I'm not coming down. Like, it's getting worse, and I couldn't move. I couldn't move, and then I would have to change senses. Like, I'd have to open my eyes just to, like, fucking not focus on the other shit that's, like, dying in me. And then, like, I'd have to move and then get touched or breathe, and none of it was working, and I was gonna die. For real.
Because that sounds very similar to what happened to me, like, when I was driving home after smoking a ton of fucking medical marijuana and dabs, and my left arm went numb. I started tasting metal.
12 movies by Kaufman. I just counted them.
Yeah, I started tasting metal and shit.
12.
So.
You'd have to still mention all the shit he directed, though.
Like all of the shorts and documentary stuff.
Whatever.
That's what comprises the bulk of his stuff, aside from the smut films.
Fine. Edit. We're gonna edit out Randy's point that he made. Oh, can I do some weed? Let me pause it. All right, so that's my the thing that happened personally in my life. Do you have anything in your personal life, Randy?
What?
Not Scott. Go ahead.
No.
You have nothing in your
podcast.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Nope, I pretty much just been busy.
No,
with television.
Scott, we don't care about that.
Fuck you.
I was talking to Randy. Yeah, what have you been watching, Scott?
Very small amount. I ended up watching The Craft, which, great movie.
Yeah, I like The Craft.
It's good. It's not great.
Recently it's not great. It's decent.
Yeah,
it's entertaining.
Okay, I miss.
I don't even know if we can call it good. It's entertaining.
Good. We can't even talk. I can't even tell it. Okay. I'm sorry.
Off to a good start.
Okay.
After
I can't even really talk about it as like a real witch movie.
No, it's more like a teen witch style movie from the 90s.
Yeah.
It's a byproduct of Scream.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then I ended up watching 3 newer movies. I ended up watching Logan, which that was actually really good.
I fell asleep in the movie.
Yeah, you gave it 9.75 out of 10.
Yeah, I was fucking impressed with it.
I fell asleep in the movie theater.
Stop it.
Well, you haven't even watched it yet, so how do you know?
Was it the drama that made it so good for you?
I would say it was just like this.
Because you're emotionally invested in that universe.
I'm not. I'm not really that invested in the X-Men universe.
Logan. I love
I was just
Wolverine,
like the X-Men movies in general. I think are all pretty much shit.
But I could tell when I watched this that like hardcore fucking Wolverine fans might.
This isn't even a horror movie.
I know that, but they might get teary-eyed watching this movie. It was portraying like too much drama for me. And
anyone that's read Old Man Logan already knows what to expect.
Yeah, he dies.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it.
No kidding.
But then
it ain't gotta be like that.
The other one that I watched was I finally seen Split, which
okay, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. James McAvoy's performance in that was fucking incredible.
Yeah, that dude put fucking
Speaking of X-Men.
Yeah.
That dude, like, put M. Night back on the map.
Right.
Just
I was like, his
solely alone, that dude right there. Without him, the movie wasn't really that great.
Yeah, I was like, because, without him, it wouldn't have, without his performance, it would have just been mediocre or forgetful. Mm-hmm. Then the last movie I ended up watching was Raw, the French-Belgian cannibal film. I really liked that.
Good.
I'm pretty interested in seeing it.
Don't believe the marketing hype where they say it's the most violent film where everybody's leaving the theaters sick to their stomach and shit. It's more of a...
I know better than that. I mean,
yeah, they've been doing that for a long time, since the 70s.
Stupid.
Yeah, because I went in knowing that off the bat because someone else seen it and they built it up in their head and they didn't like it as much. And I watched it with a little bit lower expectations and it's like an awesome slow burn cannibal film. But then I also played Friday the 13th.
That's why I was stopping you from there. All right, I'll talk it too because I've been playing it.
Besides some of the server issues, that game is a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah, shut up, Randy. If you had it, you'd play the shit out of it.
Exactly.
I sincerely doubt it.
No, you would. It creates a lot of anxiety.
I would probably play it for about a day and then...
It's not true to the movies.
No, I think that would be all of the entertainment value that I could get out of it.
It's different every time. It creates anxiety when you're a camp counselor for sure.
Oh God!
When you're actually like trying to work together too,
right?
And then you can't do your part anymore because Jason's after you. You're fucked.
Right. I was like, because there was a match I had yesterday where 4 of us were working together, and then all of a sudden Jason just appeared out of nowhere and made us scatter, and we were just
exactly.
Fucked.
So it's fucking really hard as a camp counselor.
But yeah, there's even times where there was one match I had where one of the counselors, as we were getting in the car, fucking killed me.
What
so
have you been
could
watching,
get in the
Randy?
car.
Can you guys fuck?
No.
Well, then it's stupid. All right, I've been watching a lot of stuff actually.
I know you. I seen you. You're like on a roll on Troma movies.
Yeah, I watched a few Troma movies.
I gotta get a beer. Hold on.
Okay, bring me one too, would you?
Yep.
I watched Poultrygeist.
Awesome.
Which is great if you haven't seen it. It's Kaufman and Troma's lampooning of the fast food industry by means of like an ultra gory, perverse musical. I watched the original Class of Nukem High, which is awesome. I love that movie.
Yep, that one's great.
Recognize a lot of the alumni from Toxic Avenger. I rewatched Toxic Avenger 2.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's not
that great.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes are really good. And then there's a scene when they're in Tokyo where he's fighting this guy that he thinks is his dad that's pretty good too. Other than that, it's pretty boring.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it.
So then I watched Intruder. It's awesome.
Great slasher.
Yep, really cool slasher. A lot of connections to Evil Dead and Michigan and stuff.
Isn't Sam Raimi had something to do with that?
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah.
So's Ted. Bruce Campbell's in it for a minute. Lawrence Bender wrote it. He's Tarantino's producer.